Hello, honey. So today I'm going to give you my top tips on how to get over breakup quickly. Heartbreak is probably one of the most painful things you can experience. And I think we just don't really know effective ways to deal with it. What people normally do is go out, drink too much, do drugs, sleep with other people, act like complete messes, and just try to numb themselves from the pain. So my number one tip of what you need to do in the very beginning is process that pain. You got to wallow in it. And this is the last thing you feel like doing when you're going through this. I mean, some people intuitively know to do it, but I know for me, all I'd want to do if I was heartbroken is go out, get drunk, eat way too much, find someone new to make me feel better. And it took me a while to kind of get over it. So I think the first thing you have to do is real kind of self-care. Don't allow yourself to get wasted, to do drugs, to binge eat crap food. It's all going to end up making you feel a lot worse. And you tend to do stupid things when you do those things as well. And you can do things that will ruin your chances of ever getting back together with that person, or, harm your self-esteem because you feel so bad about yourself for how you behave. So if you haven't done that already, don't do it. And if you have already done that, you got to forgive yourself. You got to be kind and gentle on yourself. If your friend did things like that, you wouldn't beat them up. So you got to be, loving to yourself as well. So the number two thing I find the most effective, probably out of all the tips, is I want you to imagine the person that you're heartbroken over, the person you're thinking about all the time, with the worst STD you can imagine. Like, we're talking sores, we're talking pus, we're talking maybe they have 4 STDs all at the same time. Maybe they've never seen a razor and they haven't bathed in, 3 weeks. And they smell terrible. There must be certain things you don't like about this person, or, everyone's got a little something that can be annoying. So really play that up. Imagine that much worse in your head. Or superimpose someone you can't stand, a politician. I certainly can think of one that would put me off men. Someone in the media, someone from reality TV, someone from your past that you just can't stand. And every time you think about the person you're heartbroken over, imagine that other person's face superimposed over them with those STDs. Imagine, they've gained a huge amount of weight, they have terrible breath, their teeth are rotting. Do whatever you can to create a revulsion that when you think about them, you go, oh my God, no. So that's number 2. And just do that over and over every time you think about them. And your brain will start to equate disgust and pain with thinking about them, and it helps you move on very quickly. Now, I know a lot of people are very reluctant to do that. They're still hoping they're going to get back together with this person. And it doesn't mean that if you do this technique that if you do get back together, you're going to be repulsed by them. But it'll just help you retrain your brain to stop thinking about it all the time. And I think when you're way over here on the obsessed scale, you got to swing over here to revulsion so that you can be in the middle and just neutral. And I think, chasing after someone, begging for them to take you back, doing everything you can for them to want to be with you never really works. I think the best thing you can do if you actually want to get back together with someone is to move on, is to, pretend you don't care. You can acknowledge that you're hurt, but if you're, moping and begging, it's not very attractive, and it doesn't make people want to get back together with you. So just think of them as disgusting as you possibly can. And number 3 is practicing what I call radical acceptance. You need to accept what's happened so that you can move on. And I believe things happen for a reason. I believe in destiny, or that there's an intelligence that is kind of guiding our lives. And so even when things are bad, I think they're good. And it's painful at the time. Like for me, I really got my heart broken. And even though I was devastated, I allowed myself to process the pain. I did the revulsion techniques, but I also just kept telling myself, this is perfect. This is what I want. And that the perfect partner was already picked and I'd meet them at the perfect time. And this person who's broken my heart obviously isn't them. And I got over it very quickly. And I just had this kind of sense of peace about it, that everything's happening in the right time. And, you know, not long after, I met my current partner now, who is amazing. And I just thank God that person broke up with me. Thank God that person broke my heart. Because first of all, it really taught me how to get over it. And I've helped thousands of people do that since then. But it also taught me that, yeah, everything does happen for a reason. And when you trust in that, things do work out. So I think things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. And I know you can't see it right now, but, you know, in a few months, a year, who knows when that other person's going to come into your life, you're going to look back and think, thank God. That was absolutely the right thing, because otherwise I wouldn't have this amazing person I'm with now who is way better for me. So those are my top tips. I'm going to be recording a hypnosis track that I'm going to put here on YouTube for you to listen to. That'll help with it as well. And if you like this video, and you know, please like it. And if you have any questions or tips for anyone else, what's helped you get over things, please put it in the comments below. So that's all for now. And trust me, it is going to get better. It is going to be okay. And I know how you feel, but there's going to be someone way better for you. I promise.